Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Coming Up Milhouse. Today we watch Season 6, Episode 23, The Springfield Connection.
Marge becomes a cop. That is right. And she is cleaning up the streets of Springfield because the cops that are currently aren't doing that great of a job.
What? This better be about pizza.
Actually, I'm interested in becoming a police officer.
Welcome aboard.
I like this one. It's got a lot of crazy jokes.
It really does.
It had me just laughing the whole way through. And really no subplot. It's pretty much all the Marge cop thing.
Yep,
yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. But hey, I like it. Good stuff. So let's do our thing and kick it off with your line number one.
Well, it was pretty exciting, but celery soup is pretty exciting too.
Clip.
So Marge gets a taste for a little bit of danger when she and Homer are on the wrong side of town and they get grifted by Snake at a card game. Actually, Homer does because Marge knows better. And then she chases him when he runs away and really had some fun helping arrest Snake from this illegal gambling ring that he has on the streets.
Mm-hmm.
And Lisa asks her if it was exciting, and yes, it was exciting, but so is celery soup, everybody.
But we get the sense that it's not as exciting as it once was. Alright, my first line is right at the beginning of the episode, and it is, laser effects, mirrored balls, John Williams must be rolling around in his grave.
Poor John Williams. He's not even gone.
No, and this was the 90s.
Was like 95.
And he wasn't God, and he's still not God, thank God, because he's awesome. But Homer is a little out of touch with that.
Oh, Homer.
But they are watching a concert on the lawn.
Yep.
John Williams music playing and laser lights and mirror balls.
I appreciated it.
I like it. I would do that too. I've done that.
We have. We've done that before. Maybe not with the laser lights.
Not the laser light. Well, yeah. There's been
movies playing.
Yeah, that kind of.
But
no lasers. Yeah, that would be cool. All right, what about two?
The garage. Hey, fellas, the garage. Well, ooh la la, Mr. Frenchman. And then Homer asks Moe, why? What do you call it? The car hole.
And then Homer refers to it as that later.
The car hole, yep. Just a few seconds later, actually. A counterfeit jeans ring operating out of my car hole?
Because now he's sold because he got criticized for calling it a garage.
Yep. He didn't want to be ooh la la.
All right, well, my next line is after Marge has become a cop and they're at home having breakfast and she says, Homer, give me back my pepper spray. And Homer's spraying pepper spray on his eggs and he's like, but Marge, one squirt and you're south of the border. Incapacitating.
That's such a good moment out of this episode.
That is a very Homer move, I would think.
100%. And his eyes are watery, and it wasn't doing him any good, but he was enjoying it on his pancakes.
That's what it was, yeah. Pancakes. You know, he is the guy that would later go on to eat the Guatemalan insanity pepper.
That's true.
So I guess he does like it.
He does like some spice.
All right, takes us into scenes. What is your favorite scene?
I'm going to go with the police training segment. Marge is driving with a little bit of road rage, I think, honestly, and she has this obstacle course that includes a bridge being out that she launches in the police car over. And then she gets to the end of the course and Wiggum tells her that she has to do it over again because he's struggling with a Magic Eye book. And those were really popular when this episode aired. So I thought that was pretty great.
And wasn't he like, a pony or something like that?
pretty pretty silly. So, what an obstacle course in Springfield.
Right. I
Like
guess
I
you're.
said, I think the budget was extremely high for season 6 or at least for this episode for the police force, or they were getting those extra bribes from everywhere. So
That's
they could
probably
afford,
part of it.
Yeah,
They can afford this.
they could afford some of this stuff. So
Yeah, that shooting range alone,
Yeah.
it's like, geez.
it was pretty wild.
Yeah.
What about you?
All right, so Homer's having a little bit of fun with the fact that Marge is a cop, and he takes the police don't cross line tape and puts it across Flanders' yard. And then Flanders comes home and he's like, "Oh my God, something terrible's happened." And then Homer jumps out. He's like, "Ha ha ha." He's like, "You thought your family was dead. Ha ha ha." And then Flanders is like, "Oh yeah, that's a good one. You got me."
Flanders looks like he's about to cry the whole time. Oh man. Yep. Good old Homer.
Homer, he gets it done.
He does.
Yep.
He's up to no good. What about your loser this episode?
So this episode, I'm gonna go with Marge's shopping cart at the Quickie Mart. So after she gets that adrenaline rush and a taste of all the excitement she could have, she switches from regular potted meat to deviled or whatever.
Deviled ham.
Deviled ham.
Regular ham. Deviled ham.
She's putting stuff in the golf cart, and she's putting stuff in the grocery cart, and she's doing that thing you do when you're like, wee,
And right.
Yeah, and she takes it right to a big wheel of cheese and jumps off, and then the wheel of cheese absorbs this cart.
Yes.
And it's not getting out anytime soon.
No.
You get that impression.
So itchy and scratchy cheese. Giant cheese wheel
It's
display.
like Itchy and Scratchy made the blob for cheese,
Yep.
and now the blob has ate the cart, and
Yep.
you're not getting it
She
back,
just
and not
walks
getting
away.
your
She didn't
deviled
get her
ham.
deviled ham. Nope.
So that's my loser.
Oh boy. Well, I have to go with Hans Mole Man.
Of course.
Of course. And I'm really glad that he shows up in later episodes because this one was pretty intense for him being a loser. And Homer's in jail at the local jail. And poor Hans is in the jail cell next to Homer at the local jail. And he's getting his last rites read to him by Reverend Lovejoy. And Homer is eating his last meal of lobster tails and raspberry flan or something. Something tort, maybe is what he said.
I think it was Tori.
I don't know. It looked pretty amazing, even in cartoon form. So poor Hans is being led down the hallway for his execution. And who knows what he did, but... I'm going with him being a loser this episode.
Yeah, and he's like, "Can you even do this at a local
Yeah,
jail?
exactly.
That's like not even a prison."
Right. I think this episode was pretty wacky with the police force doing whatever they want.
Yeah,
So-
definitely. Yep, Springfield cops for sure.
Hans might have been in the wrong place at the wrong time,
Mhm.
kind of thing.
Yep.
What about your winner?
Mr. Burns. So there's this whole deal where Apu thinks that Marge wants a bribe from him, like $200, and Marge isn't corrupt. She's the one cop that doesn't want these bribes. And she's like, "I don't know, I'm not taking that." So he does that thing, "Well, I will turn around and the money will be gone. I will turn my back from this money." And then she's like, "Fine." She turns around. They both have their back turned to the money. Mr. Burns walks by and
Yoinks.
takes the money like he ain't got enough. But now
No.
he's $200 richer, so I guess he knows how to get that money in his pocket.
Yep, and both of them are under the impression that the other one took the money back or took the money in general.
Yeah. So I guess everybody's happy.
So maybe.
Marge
but-
thinks the money went back in the till. Apu thinks he paid his protection.
Mhm.
Burns got $200. Here it is.
There you go. Oh boy. I also wrote that down, so I will
Oh,
go
no.
with Jimbo for my winner of this episode because Marge being a cop, she makes some changes around the house, and it is illegal for Bart to ride his transportation skateboard without safety protection, and so he has to make sure he's wearing a helmet and a chest pad and elbow pads and knee pads, and he's really padded up with his safety gear. And Jimbo And the other bullies are just going to town on Bart, but Jimbo is my winner because he gets to protect his fist from punching Bart safely because that padding has some nice give to it.
Well, it's funny because I wrote down a spare line in case we needed it, and that was my line, was Jimbo saying something, these pads are so good on my knuckles, I can punch all day.
All day.
So that's my backup line anyway, so.
Oh, boy.
Good stuff.
Uh-huh. So, again, that was Season 6, Episode 23, The Springfield Connection, and it was a pretty fun one to watch. Some great lines and great moments to view, for sure.
Absolutely, good one. And we are working our way almost to the end of Season 6.
It's true.
Pretty cool. We'll be getting into Season 7 pretty soon.
Yep.
Stay tuned for that coming up real soon. And thanks for watching. Of course, if you could maybe give us a like, look at that old subscribe button down there. And thank you to everyone who has subscribed. I know we've had some new people jump on recently. We appreciate it. We've also had a couple comments. We appreciate those. You guys are awesome. Come on back. We love to talk about The Simpsons and love to talk about it with you. All right, that is this episode. And until the next time,
Jiminy
Jokers.
Hey, Mom, is this how you caught him? Face at least, you're too puny to... Lisa, unhand your brother. Yeah, like that really hurt.